What is up, Van Fam? Welcome back to another episode. We have survived our first night alone. Look, see, Owen's still alive over there. We didn't burn down the caravan. I'll tell you what, it was really quiet here with just the two of us. But yeah, we're going to go somewhere new today. Where would you like to go, Owen?
Somewhere where we can catch butterflies and go fishing.
I reckon I can manage something that can fit both of those things in. But first, I need to pack up the inside of this caravan and get it ready to go. Mel and I would normally divide our tasks. I'd take care of outside and Mel will take care of inside. If you remember, Mel said she left me a list. Here's my list here. It's quite extensive. That's my outside list. That sounds like Mel does more than me when we get ready to go. Anyway, just going to try and work my way through that list, make sure I take care of everything, and then we're going to go on to a new location. Okay, hopefully we've got everything done correctly and nothing falls off or falls apart on the drive to our next stop. I actually just had somebody come up and say hello who watches our channel. Thanks so much for coming and saying hi, Sue. You've really made my morning.
Jog.
Amazing reading.
Well, what is up, guys? We survived the drive, nothing fell apart. I managed to get us to a new camp location. Owen's just inside doing his lesson, so I thought I should orient you guys to tell you where we are. We have made it to Borumba. I came out here because I wanted to go out and fish the Borumba Dam. We chose to stay in here at the Barumba Deer Park, but when we arrived, of course, the weather hasn't played ball. It poured rain for the first day that we got here. It managed to clear towards the afternoon, so I got the boat set up. And then last night, I got woken up by the van shaking like crazy. Woken up, I've got a severe weather warning this morning saying that they're having gusts of over 100 kilometers per hour out here. The forecast is that should clear by the afternoon. So we should hopefully be able to get the boat out in the afternoon and have a fish. There is a campground out closer to the dam, but I drove out there and there was no phone reception. And because it's still a work week and Owen still needs to get some school done, we decided to come back in here to the Barumba Deer Park where there was a little bit of signal. I have had to put the internet kit up in order to get enough internet for us to do school. But with that up, we are getting by. It's a little bit more expensive out here. They're charging us $40 a night for power and water. I chose to go on power because of the weather forecast. We've got a few cloudy days and the rain when we arrived, so I just thought it was easy to just jump straight onto the power. Yeah, but in saying that, this is a really cool campground. Borumba is also within striking distance of Kenilworth, and that's somewhere Mel has been wanting to go for a long time, and she's not here, so I thought I'd better go on her behalf and check out the Kenilworth bakery and try some of the massive jam donut things that they have there. Okay guys, we're going to head out for a fish this afternoon. That wind just kind of disappeared, just like the snap of the finger. It was there one moment and it's gone the next. It is still like a little bit gusty, but it is nothing like it was this morning. And Barumba Dam is it's quite a small dam, so not a lot of open water and plenty of coverage, so hopefully it's not going to get too chopped up and it's pretty safe for us to go out. So Owen and I are going to head out this afternoon and have a little fish out there. It's only about 4 kilometers from the Barumba Deer Park up to the dam along this skinny little windy road, and we'll be there, put the boat in the water, and we'll have a crack at catching a fish. Well, looks like you get out here in the open and she's still a little bit breezy. I'm still going to put the boat in and have a look around because Owen and I dropped a few traps in yesterday afternoon and we'd like to just go and at least check them. But if we can find somewhere sheltered and around the corner from this wind, we'll also have a little bit of a fish as well. Well, as you can see, it's a fair bit more peaceful when you get up here and in the shelter of the mountain range. So as I was saying earlier, Owen and I came out yesterday and we dropped in 3 reclaw traps.
Yeah.
1 here and 2 a bit further up the dam. Are you ready to check the traps, Owen?
Yeah.
Just going to let Owen pick up the traps and we'll see if we can't break the trout and find a few reclaw in Borumba. nothing.
Nothing.
We're not breaking the drought here. Okay, trap number 3. Lucky last.
It's really heavy. Looks like that at least got something in it. Anything?
Whoa! We got some red claw!
Yeah!
Owen!
Yeah!
We got a ton of red claw!
Yeah!
You know what that means? We got to go and get the other traps and bring them up here. I was not expecting that after 2 failures, I tell you what.
Daddy, that was the biggest look at it.
Wow. Well done, mate.
Yes.
We've finally succeeded in catching some red claw. Less than 50% went in the bucket.
Yeah.
Okay, have a look at that. Few red claws. Alright, let's talk about the tactics we're going to try while we're out here. Borumba has been smashed by the same amount of rain that we got smashed with out at Rainbow Beach, and if you have a look in the water you can see it's looking really brown. So I think the best thing to do is use a lure that's going to make a lot of noise. So I've got these Jackal TN90s that I've been carrying around since we hit the road, and I haven't used them yet. I picked them because they are supposed to be gun bass lures, and they also, if you have a listen here, they've got a good rattle inside them as well. And I reckon in a situation like this with the brown dirty water, I reckon these are going to be our best bet to get onto a fish or two. So we're just going to trawl these out behind us and make our way further up the dam, and we'll check our other 2 red claw traps. Hopefully we'll find a red claw up there. I've hooked a fish.
Yeah, Daddy has actually.
It's nothing, nothing major, but caught some red claw and hooked a fish. I'm going to call that a successful afternoon.
Yeah, and we can go back to
Just a little piddler.
Oh, what's a piddler?
Piddler. I actually think that might be potentially a perch and not a bass. I'm no expert in these matters. Maybe somebody will correct me in the comments. Another little bass in the boat. They are all very little, sadly, but it's nice for me to be the one catching the fish for a change.
Yeah.
Send him back and we'll head on home. Not a bad little outing.
Yeah.
Well, good morning. We're back for round 2. It's about 7 in the morning today. I tell you what, that temperature has dropped. Yesterday and a couple of days leading up to yesterday, we were getting up into the 30s, the low 30s. Checked the forecast this morning and max temp today is only 21. And it says right now it's only 14, so she's a little chilly. But yeah, gonna go back out on this dam, we'll check our red claw traps, have a little bit of a fish around, see if we can't catch a fish. But I think first I'm gonna chuck up the drone and give you guys a look at the dam because it's absolutely stunning. Such a beautiful dam.
Seeing monsters out your window. No, you can't sleep, you pretend though. You don't have to play the hero. 'Cause I got you like you got me. When the earth shakes, when the bombs scream, until our last breath, every heartbeat.
How'd we do, Owen?
Good.
We got a couple of red claw, did we?
Yeah.
Any big ones?
Yeah.
Really?
There's actually 2 big ones.
That's great.
There's something. Oh, one.
Oh, we got one. Well, this was the one that we got them all in the first time. So I guess the lesson there is you should probably move your pot after you've cleaned up in one spot. Here's lucky last, trap number 3. What do you reckon, Owen? Yeah, there's only one. There you go. Still, I think we've done really well. How many does that make total, Owen?
10!
10 red claws. Well, we trolled on our way out here to check the red claw traps. We trolled through the sticks and we didn't get a single hit. I did notice that there were a few people on the water this morning and they're all kind of positioned in the main dam area. Nobody's up here fishing up the arms where we are right now, which tells me that there's probably not really any fish up here. So I think what we'll do is head on back to that main area and have a little bit of a troll. We did catch a few fish yesterday afternoon on the way back, but they were all quite small. So if we have another bit of a fish or we catch here a few tiddlers, I think we're going to call it there and be quite content with the nice haul of red claw that we've got. I am looking forward to giving them a cook up and tasting and seeing what the old red claw are like.
I got something.
Owen's onto something. You caught one, mate.
Yeah. See? Oh, he went off himself.
Oh, we got it. Okay. Well, folks, that's it for our time fishing out here on Borumba. As soon as we came out to the main section and trolled along the edge there, we were picking up a fish every minute or so. But they were all just undersized, tiny bass. Owen even got one in the end, didn't you, mate?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we have to call our time on the water a little bit early. I need to get Owen back home because he's got an assessment with school, so yeah, we got to get off the water. We've got some fun things planned for the rest of the afternoon, including a 1 kilo donut.
Yeah!
Are you excited for a 1 kilo donut?
Yes! I'm super
Decide if
excited.
I am the best dad in the world or the stupidest dad in the world. We've just driven ourselves into Kenilworth. We are off to the famous bakery and we are going to go and get a 1 kilogram jam and cream donut. Now, travel life for me has started to give me a bit of a bad dad bod. The dad bod's definitely growing, so I don't really need any more sugar. Owen is already a bag of beans and doesn't sit still, so he doesn't need any sugar. And here we are off to eat a kilo of it for lunch. Anyway, let's get in and get into these massive, massive donuts. What do you reckon about the size of that donut, Owen?
That's ginormous.
Put your head next to it. Reckon you could fit that in?
Yes?
Alright, open her up. Whoa, how's that for lunch?
Nice.
Am I the best dad in the world or what?
Yes, you are the best dad in the world.
Or am I the stupidest dad in the world?
You are the best dad in the world.
Okay, Owen, you draw a line in the donut where you think would be a fair place to cut it.
Here.
Right down the middle. Alright, let's try our first... Shall we try them together? Try our first bite together.
I'm not ready. Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yum.
Yes, yum.
I wonder what the aftermath of this is going to look like.
Yeah.
And my last bite of half a kilo of donut. Oh. I feel sick. I couldn't possibly imagine eating a whole one of these things. The number of people who have is honestly astonishing. Owen got to probably less than a quarter of the way through his half. How do you feel, mate? You proud of yourself?
Yes.
While I've been sitting here, I've been reading the quotes from some of the people that have finished this challenge. I'll read you some of my favourites. I resonate with this one. Any more, and there would have been vomit. Phil Wade, I do not want to do that again. Yeah, I imagine that's how you would feel if you ate one of these 1 kilo donuts. And you've got Droon Hess saying, I still hungry. Demolished a 1 kilo donut in 12 minutes. Wow. I kind of resonate more with this guy here. Ben Giuliano. I thought this would be more fun. That would have been the most painful 1 hour and 15 minutes ever, I reckon. Okay guys, so for this week's Cooking with Sveto, I'm going to be cooking up some of these beautiful little red claws that Owen and I picked up out in Barumba Dam. And on the Sveto Strippin' First, we've got live background music. There is a festival happening here and a whole bunch of caravanners have rolled in today and everyone's got an instrument. So the whole caravan park is getting serenaded by everyone out practicing. It's great. I just hope they're not going to play anything copyrighted. Anyway, first thing we need to do is get in and prep up these red claws, so I'll show you how we do that. Alright guys, I'll just show you how we get these red claw ready for dinner tonight. First thing we need to do is we're going to take the head off. We're only looking for the tail meat. So we're just going to twist side to side, rip this head off just like that. This can then go in the bin, we won't be using that. You can take these two little legs off as well. Next job is we want to take out the poo chute. So to do that, we can just fold this middle fin back at the end. So we hear a click, and side to side. Then from there, we can hopefully just pull out the poo chute, just like that. And there it is, the poo chute is removed. Last job to get this tail meat ready, I'm just going to cut it down the middle. And there we go, just like that we have our beautiful red claw tail meat ready to cook up with dinner tonight. Well, I've got quite a few of these to do, so I'm just going to bang the camera into time lapse and we'll bang all these out. Alright, let's get this dinner cooking. Let me just run you through the ingredients. Alright, to cook our dinner we have some olive oil. Got a packet of coconut, lemongrass and chili rice. I've got this awesome little concoction that I found while I was in Yeppoon that I'd never seen before. Garlic, ginger and shallots, your perfect Asian flavours, all there ready to go. I would love to have used some actual chili, but I couldn't find any around here, so we're going to be going with chili flakes. And of course, our lovely red claw that Owen and I managed to pick up out on Barumba Dam. Alright, the old coconut, lemongrass and chili is normally cooked in the microwave, but as we don't have a microwave, Just going to drop it into a pot of hot water, and it can sit in there for the whole cook time, and hopefully it will heat up and be good to go. Alright, it's time to get cooking. I've got my rice heating up in here, so I'm going to now put some butter into the pan. And a bit of oil. Should probably pull one of these bad boys out earlier. So I always like to infuse my chili into the base of the sauce, the base of the meal. So that always goes in first. And cue Owen coughing. Next, we're going to pop in our garlic, ginger and shallot mixture. Wow, does that smell good? Oh, that smells insanely good. Now I'm going to start dropping in some reclaw. Next, I'm just going to pop a lid over the top of all this to try and get it all to steam. I might just drop in a little dash of water to help that steaming process. Alright, that's been cooking for about 3 minutes. Let's see how it's looking. Yeah, I think they're ready. Time to serve up. Woo! Bit of coconut chili and lime rice, topped with our self-caught red claw. That smells delicious. That smells spicy too. I'm going to give it a taste. How good. I'm going to enjoy this. Hey guys, I'm coming to you live from our next location. I did shoot an outro while we were out at Borumba, but unfortunately I still had the camera setting wrong and the footage just looked awful. So I thought rather than put you through that, I'll just quickly reshoot a new outro and say thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the vlog. Please hit that like button and subscribe if you're enjoying our content, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.